I'm Sharon Calvert, and this is Eye on Tampa Bay with America's Crossroads. And I'm here with Karen Jaroch. She's with Heritage Action. And we had an election on Tuesday, and boy, what an election did we have. I'd say we had a wave election across the country. At the federal level, Karen, what do you think was said with that, what happened in the Senate races and the congressional races on Tuesday?
Well, I think what we saw was a mandate of the American people who are fed up with the president's policies. If you look at what many of the winning candidates ran on, they ran on repealing Obamacare. They ran on eliminating the president's policies towards granting amnesty to a lot of the illegal aliens and nothing to do to secure the border. So the candidates that won, that ran on those positions won, and they won handily.
And I think also that voters and Americans across the country are realizing that the government's not always the solution. That we're seeing the failed policies and we don't have confidence in what they're doing because they're doing way too much. So at the state level, I'd say we had another wave election. We re-elected Governor Scott. We do have majorities, supermajorities now in our state legislature. And here in Hillsborough County, all the Republicans did win in their races. And we also had a local referendum just across the bridge called Greenlight Pinellas. And it went down in a whopping defeat, 68-32. And I think that sends a message on taxes. And in fact, in the Tampa Bay area, we had in Florida, we had actually 5 sales tax referendums that went down in flames. And so perhaps people are starting to realize that are our elected officials using what they have already wisely?
Yeah, I think I agree. On all levels of government, we're seeing that occur. People are really wanting to be left alone from the central planners, whether it be from D.C., Tallahassee, or in our case locally here at City Hall and County Center.
So I think the big question is going to be, especially at the federal level, is how will they govern? Because we have to hold them accountable now. So that's what we're going to be watching for. But in the meantime, we do have between now and the first of the year.
Yeah, and the thing to be watching out for in the short term is the fact that Harry Reid still controls the Senate, and there is a lame duck session, and it remains to be seen if they will decide to go home and celebrate the holiday season early, or if they're going to come back and pass things like the internet sales tax, or what we're really watching is if the leadership in the House is going to allow an omnibus spending bill, so allowing all these unelected, defeated politicians make decisions on long-term tax and policy items. So we really need to watch out for the omnibus, and the people need to keep having those conversations. And now that the election is over, celebrate, but then now it's time to turn towards accountability, to stand to their principles that they campaigned on.
And I agree, and I think it's all about governing. I think wherever you are in the political spectrum, we actually want to get something done. And we need some common sense solutions at every level of government. I'm hoping that the sales tax referendums that went down in defeat sends a message, a clear message to local governments that we need common sense, fiscally responsible policies. They can't just use the easy way out and continue to go to the taxpayers for the answers to all the problems. At the state level, we're looking forward to Governor Scott continuing to do what he does, create jobs. I mean, that is the top priority. Again, going into this election. So let's keep working, let's keep working and create those jobs. And at the national level, we're going to watch that lame duck session. But next year, when that new session starts, we're going to make sure that we hold them accountable. I'm here with Karen Jaroch. We had a great Tuesday night. We're looking forward to actually getting something done. We're looking forward to repealing Obamacare, not just cutting around the corners. We're looking to securing our borders, and we're looking for hopefully getting a budget passed, because that's something that hasn't been done in years. So again, thank you, Karen. I'm hoping that we get to celebrate again in the next election going into 2016, and we'll be working to hold our elected officials accountable until then. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me.